What's up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be building a deer blind. So without further ado, let's get to work. Alright, so now that we got the main foundation done, now we're going to camo it, which is going to be probably the easiest process. Alright guys, now with the power of editing, we got this done and it is looking great. We got our camo mesh right here that's holding all the leaves and sticks in place. And if we go around the bottom, put rocks on the inside with more leaves for extra camo. So this is actually doing pretty good, but now all we got to do is bait. Alright, we got our bait up here. We got about 60 or so pounds of pumpkins, and now all we gotta do is smash them. Any of the pumpkins out there watching, close your eyes for this part. Yeah. We got our bait set. Now the deer are gonna come here, smell this, and eat all what's inside. Guys, it is the next day. We're about to put some additions on the deer blind. This handsaw is good, but it's getting duller and duller by the minute. Gonna have to grab a new one soon. We got the back side of the blind done with some leaves and some more mesh that I got. And this is essentially going to make sure no deer coming from here are going to see me when I'm sitting right here, which is going to be better. You can see we have our pumpkins down there that were put there in a very ethical way. Yeah! I think that this deer blind is going pretty good. Let's check in on it tomorrow. Alright guys, since we brought back up, we're going to be working on the blind a bit. Alright, now that we got all the beams drilled in, we can now cut the rope off. We're just walking around and we're finding scat everywhere. Also, all my pumpkins are scattered, so I think that a deer was definitely in here. Look at all these pumpkins. They're hollowed out. There's not even a single seed left. And there's more scat over there. Yeah, these deer were all over this. Also, it's all ripped up. Yeah, there was definitely a deer around here. 1000%. Looks like every single one of them is just like hollowed out. That definitely indicates that there is deer here. Also, everything's scratched up. Oh, look. This is not doe poop. This is buck poop. It's clumped together, so that's a name of buck. That means we got a buck at the spot, which is really good.
Today I decided to sit the spot and see if anything came in. I didn't bring my bow, but I was expecting to not see anything. When I got to the spot, almost every single one of my pumpkins were gone. And this was really strange considering last night they had only eaten the inside. That's when I noticed some fresh buck poop. As I looked around, I saw a little bit more of some of that fresh buck poop.
But there's no way only 2 bucks could have done this. And as I thought about what it could possibly be, I thought of one other thing. Squirrels. Alright guys, since we got some squirrels stealing our pumpkins, we're going to be catching them. And to catch them, we're going to be using this live trap with some peanut butter. Trapping squirrels is as easy as putting your trap right where you think they are and setting it. Guys, what is up? We're about to go ahead to the blind, check our traps, and hopefully we got some. I just made it to the spot. Surprisingly, nothing in the trap, but I'm seeing signs of squirrels up here. For example, look way up there, there's a squirrel nest. So that could be a sign that there's squirrels in the area. We bought 100 pounds of deer feed. We got some sweet beets and some corn. Just walked like rolling 250 yards with 110 pounds worth of bait on my back, but we're here and we're about to dump it. Sweet beets and some ear corns. Ear corns, we can just toss them wherever we want. But according to the guy at the sports shop, we gotta cut these up. We finished the first load, brought a couple corn ears, some beets, cut them up. Now we're coming back for the second load. I just loaded up my pack with a good amount of corn. About to go take it to the spot. Oh, we made it. Another grueling 250 yards, and I'm sweating. So I'm gonna take a break before I put all this stuff out, and I'll turn the camera back on when I'm ready. Bait out. I think a deer is gonna love this. And later we might set up a trail cam. What's up, everybody? It is day after Thanksgiving. It is super cold. Just started snowing, and we're gonna go plug this trail camera in. Right here looks perfect. We got our batteries in. We just have to wait for all of these to light up. Now that we got all of these blinking, that means we are good. Got the cam set up. We can now get live feedback of what's actually showing up to this spot. And if you're wondering what trail cam I'm using the Muddy Milligator. I like these because they're super cheap and very high quality. By the way, this video isn't sponsored. I just really like Muddy's products. Muddy, please sponsor me. I was just sitting on my couch. I just got a notification from the Briar Ridge blind, aka the blind we've been working on. There are deer there. Look at this. Look at the light it's at right now. Oh, this is perfect shooting light, and there's already deer there, which is great. Mind you, I had only been there around an hour ago, and there already are deer coming in. Around 10 minutes ago, this little guy strolled in. He finally brought some friends with about 3. Then a bit later, another one showed up, and now there's about 4 of them at the spot right now. They're all does, but I think if there's does, another buck is going to come in. Half an hour later, these does were acting really skittish. Then they vanished. I'm guessing they're running from this buck. As I looked more, he looked like he was putting his head down, sniffing for the does, which indicates that it is prime rutting season. Last night, this poor excuse of a fork buck and this barely legal button buck decided to come into my spot. And as much as it pains me to say this, these are the biggest bucks on camera right now. What is up, everybody? We are about to head out for the hunt. I'm using my crossbow. I would use my compound, but it kind of is broken at the moment. So we're going to resort to the crossbow. And we're going to be using these mechanical broadheads.
One eternity later.
Well, an unsuccessful hunt to say the least, but I think we're going to hunt tomorrow morning. Alright guys, you most likely can't see me, but we are out here. It is about 5:30, and we're going to wait until the sun gets up. Well, to say the least, it wasn't the most successful hunt, but I got some bait in my pack, and we're just going to put it out right now. So what we're going to be doing is I just got the stacked corn. Essentially, I'm just going to hang this by the tree, and so, like traditionally baiting, you can just eat it whenever they want, but they're going to smell this, stay interested, and then eventually a squirrel's going to, like, break it open or something, so then they'll be able to eat it and and they'll actually get interested in my spot for longer. We're also going to bring the trap in because I haven't seen any more signs of the squirrels, and they're not on my trail cam. And I don't want any deer to step on it, go off, and then they get spooked. Well, this video is going to be pretty long if I keep posting the hunts because they take up the most space. So I'm actually going to split this video up into several videos. So if you enjoyed this video, click like and subscribe.